Good afternoon, folks. My name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. The purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if there's probable cause for those charges. Probable cause simply means it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, more likely than not that you're the person who committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me today, I presume that you're innocent of these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings unless and until the State Attorney's Office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll set your conditions of pretrial release today. That is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've got a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit or the warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be. If you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll happily appoint the PD to represent you this afternoon. You do have absolute right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you have not had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, it will be used against you in the prosecution down the road. I now need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. Y'all solemnly swear firm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Outstanding. When you hear your name called, please step forward to the podium. Tracy DeCupo. Afternoon, Tracy. What's your date of birth?
9/1875.
All right, Tracy. I have a warrant signed by Judge Anzelitis. He found probable cause for 6 counts of obtaining controlled substance by fraud, 6 counts of obtaining a forged prescription, and 6 counts of unlawful possession of blank prescription forms. And then I have 4 additional warrants, each signed by Judge Toner. In each one of those cases, Judge Toner found probable cause for a violation of probation. As to all of those charges, then, Tracy, there is probable cause. You wish to represent yourself. Do you plan to hire private counsel, or would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Appointing public defender.
I'm going to appoint the public defender on all of these cases. On the new law, I'm going to leave the bonds per the warrant, which was $2,000 on each of the 18 counts. That's a total of $36,000. The VOPs, of course, Judge Toner, set your bond at no bond. I can't change that. I will move all of these cases to the 13th of September, so they'll all be coming back together, and they'll all be coming back in front of Judge Toner, and the public defender is going to come and see you before you go to court, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Sarah Streifels.
I believe there was an offer on her, Judge, to take time served. It would be 3 days now.
That stays time served for her?
Yes, Your Honor. That was the offer yesterday, but she was unable.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay. Sarah, if you want to resolve your case today, the offer is time served, which is 3 days. That means you'd enter a no contest plea. I'd sentence you to the time you already did. And that would be the end of this saga. Is that something you'd like to do?
Yes, sir.
Very good. You understand by entering a plea today, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent. Do you want to give up those rights so we can take care of this today?
Yes.
Very good. Case number 19MM241. As to the charge in count 1 that you possess drug paraphernalia, how do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest.
Yes.
As to the charge in count 2 that you drove on a suspended license, how do you wish to plead? You may plead no contest.
Yes.
And as to charge 3, the vehicle being unregistered, how do you wish to plead? You may again plead no contest.
Yes.
I'll accept those pleas. I'll find they're freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty on all 3 counts, 3 days in the county jail on all 3 counts, 3 days served on all 3 counts. Finding court costs on count 1 will be $568, on count 2 will be $88, on count 3 will be $88. $100 for the public defender's office and your costs of incarceration. But Sarah, that takes care of it. If there's nothing else keeping you in the jail, you will be released today, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Marilyn Cisco. Afternoon, Ms. Cisco. What's your date of birth?
8/24/89.
Charge is trespass. State, is there an offer on this one?
Your Honor, we'll do 5 days.
All right. Sir, if you want to resolve your case today, you could plead no contest. I'd sentence you to 5 days. You get credit for 2 right now. Is that something you're interested in doing?
Yeah.
You understand by entering a plea today, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent, the right to have a lawyer. But you're willing to give up those rights so we can take care of this today?
Yeah.
Very good. As to the charge of trespass, Marilyn, how do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest, means you're not fighting the charge. Is that what you wish to do?
Yeah.
I'll accept that plea and find it was freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days. Credit 2 days served. Fine and court costs is $553 and your cost of incarceration, but that takes care of it, Marilyn. You just need to finish up the time, okay? Thank you.
This way.
Rachel Hogan? Afternoon, Miss Hogan. What's your date of birth?
11/25/87.
Rachel, you got 2 charges today: possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for the charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender,
I'll
please.
appoint the PD. State, what can you tell me?
Your Honor, in February of this year, she had an obstruction without violence in Pinellas County. And looks like it was resolved in 2018, late 2018. She had a retail theft, possession of paraphernalia, an obstruction, and a possession of methamphetamine. 2018, there is an unknown disposition on a burglary out of Pinellas. 2017, a violation of probation, and that was on a burglary charge. Possession of alprazolam. I believe it was another burglary charge. Yes, there were 2 burglary charges, and those were from 2017. And then in 2008, a retail theft, and that is all I'm showing.
All right. Rachel, I have an address for you on Southwest Boulevard in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
That's correct.
How long have you been there?
A little under a month.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, I am the caretaker for the owner of that home.
Okay. I'm going to leave the bonds per the schedule: $2,000 on the meth, $1,000 on the paraphernalia. Total is $3,000. You'll be back in court on September 3rd. Very important that you contact the public defender when you get out. All right?
All right, thank you.
Please follow up.
Incoming. Sorry. Dwayne Barclay.
He bonded, Your Honor.
Sorry.
That was a good thing for him to do. We'll get him later. Okay. John Costa. Afternoon, John. What's your date of birth?
8/10/66.
John, I have 5 counts total here. I've got a grand theft, 2 counts of dealing in stolen property, 2 counts of defrauding a pawnbroker. There's probable cause for all 5. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender, Your Honor.
Appoint the PD. State, what do you know?
Your Honor, I'm seeing nothing other than something from 1996 he was acquitted on.
Okay. John, I have an address for you on Cyclops Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Wiki-watching, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you have a job these days?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
Heavy equipment operator.
Okay. All right. On the grand theft, I'm going to set the bond at $500. On the 2 dealings and the 2 defraudings at $1,000 each, that's going to be a total of $4,500. All of your charges are going to come back to court on September 3rd. Very important that you contact the public defender when you get out, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Christopher Gilpin.
Yes, sir.
Afternoon. afternoon, Christopher. What's your date of birth?
3/21/71, sir.
Christopher, you're here on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt. Apparently you failed to appear on a charge of driving on a suspended license. Did you have the public defender on that case?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you want to continue with the public defender?
Could I get another public defender?
Yes, you can.
Could I please be appointed another public defender besides Miss Bell?
Well, I don't know what you're going to get beside Ms. Bell, but you're going to get whoever they got for you, so I'll appoint the public defender. And what's Judge Merritt doing Monday morning? Yeah. Hang on, I think I have his calendar.
Juvenile?
Juvenile, is it? Well, the compromise we've come to is on these no bond FTAs, I get to send them the next day. So if that's juvenile counts as criminal court. So we're going to have Mr. Gilpin back in front of Judge Merritt at 9 a.m. on Monday, August 12th. So right now you're without bond, Christopher. I'm going to send you
Yes,
right
sir.
to Judge Merritt Monday morning. And
Yes, sir.
that doesn't mean you're going to get bond, but it means he's going to make the decision about that, all right?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Terry Glass?
And Judge, there was a error in one of the PCs on the name.
Which one?
The 19506 CT.
Okay.
The front sheet lists Terry Gray. However, if you look at the actual PC, it correctly shows Glass.
Oh, the error is on
On the face sheet.
the face sheet, not on the warrant.
No, the actual PC, the rest of it.
All that is correct.
Has its correct name.
All right, Terry, what's your date of birth?
7/25/58.
So Terry, first thing I have is a warrant that I signed. I found probable cause for 2 charges, grand theft auto and contributing. The next thing I have is a warrant that Judge Rupi signed. Apparently you failed to appear in her court on a charge of driving on a suspended license. Then I have 2 new arrests for bird dwelling. There's probable cause for both of those. So as to all of these charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. State what you know.
2018, in possession of controlled substance and paraphernalia from Georgia. 2014, receiving stolen property. I'm sorry, those are out of Georgia. 2013, identity fraud. 2004, violation of probation. 1999, theft. 1997, theft. 92, DUI and driving on a suspended license.
That's it. Okay. Terry, you have an address on Critter Lane. Is that where you live?
Yeah,
How long you been there?
almost a year.
You have a job these days?
Yeah,
What do you do?
landscaping and cut grass.
Okay. All right. On the first one, which is the grand theft auto and the contributing, I'll set the bond on those at $1,000 each. Those are coming back September 3rd. The failed to appear in front of Judge Rupi. I'm going to leave that at the $2,000. That one's coming back September 4th. And then on the 2 Berg dwellings, I'll set those at $2,000 each. So I think your total is going to be $7,000 all the way around. The 2 Berg dwellings are also coming back September 3rd. So the felonies are all coming back September 3rd. The misdemeanor September 4th. If you get out, you should contact the public defender right away. If you can't get out, they'll come see you at the jail before all your court dates, okay?
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Randy Hampton? Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
9/7/73.
All right. Randy, here on a felony driving unsuspended, there's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, You wish to represent yourself, you're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender,
I'll
please.
appoint the PD. State what you think.
Your Honor, his prior history is all driving unsuspended, one in 2018, two in 2019. I think the last one was a violation of probation that was resolved on June 20th.
Okay. And Randy, I've got an address for you on Casson Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
You working these days?
Welder, certified welder.
All right. Going to leave your bond at the $2,000. We'll have you back in court on the 3rd of September. If you get out, contact the PD right away, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bruce Hudson.
Yes, sir.
Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
6/25/76.
Bruce, you're here on a warrant that I signed. I found probable cause for 3 counts, uttering a forgery of a check, and a grand theft. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. State.
Your Honor, he had some cases that resolved recently. It looks like out of Pinellas County, defrauding an innkeeper, dealing in stolen property, organized fraud. It looks like he was, he just must have gotten out of DOC because his release, or his admission date is July 31st, 2018. And that's for grand theft from 2018. Looks like there was a bunch of worthless checks from 2012. And then there's a lot of out-of-county warrants from different places without any type of indication as to what the charges were.
Okay. Bruce, did you just get released from prison?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long were you in?
I went in February 17th, sir.
Okay.
And we do have some out-of-state. There was a 2014 theft out of Texas. And then unknown dispositions from Tennessee and Kentucky. Similar types of charges, theft.
Okay. And then, Bruce, I have a home address, of Lake Church Drive in Odessa. Is that still right?
Yes, sir.
All right. You got work waiting for you someplace?
No, sir.
Okay. And are you aware, Bruce, if this is your last stop, or are there charges in other counties that still need to be taken care of?
Other counties.
Okay. I'll set your bond on these at $1,000 each. That's a total of 3. You'll be back in court on these on the 3rd of September. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck. Curtis Martin. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
122/7.
Curtis, you're here on a warrant I signed. I found probable cause for a violation of probation. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender. Is there any way I can take care of this today?
We might be. How far into your Pasco sentence are you?
Well, Judge, I will tell you that by my calculations, he spent 205 days so far, 5 of that in our jail.
Does that sound right to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so I'm guessing then, Curtis, the plan is when you're done here, you're going back to Pasco, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you got 205. We were looking for 180. I'll give you the credit for those days that you did in Pasco. So if you want to admit the violation, I'll sentence you to 180 with credit for 180, and you'll go back to Pasco to finish your sentence. Does that work?
Yes, sir.
Very good. You understand by entering an admission to a violation of probation, you give up the right to have a trial to the court, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent, or the right to have a lawyer represent you. But you want to give up those rights so we can take care of this today?
Yes, sir.
Case number 18, MM1195. Do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, sir.
I accept the admission, find it freely and voluntarily made. Revoke and terminate the probation unsuccessfully. Adjudicate you guilty of the underlying charge if that was not done before. I'll sentence you to 180 days in the county jail. Credit 180 served. There'll be $100 for the state for cost of prosecution. I will not order cost of incarceration as you did all the time out of county. If there's nothing else keeping you in jail here, Curtis, they're going to release you back to Pasco so you can finish your sentence down there, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good luck. David Fontaine.
He also bonded, Your Honor.
Oh, it's a good day.
David Fontaine.
Eric Colley. Afternoon, Eric. What's your date of birth?
1380.
Eric, I got 2 charges today: possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself, you can hire private counsel, or would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD, State.
Your Honor, it looks like he failed to appear in June on a charge here in Hernando. In May, there was also a failure to appear. Looks like he went into pretrial diversion on a case in July. That was here, so it's likely he will be taken out of that. March 2018, a violation of probation, and then in 2018, he had a possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, and violation of domestic violence injunction. That was from 2017, and then failure to appear in 2017. That's all I showed.
All right. Eric, I have an address for you on Orchard Way in Spring Hill. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You have a job these days?
Yeah, I just started doing landscaping.
Okay. I'm going to leave the bonds per the schedules, $2,000 on the meth, $1,000 on the paraphernalia. The total is $3,000. We'll be back in court on September 3rd. If you get out, make sure you contact the PD right away, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. And we got a whole bunch